How much should former President Trump's status as a former president and a potential 2024 candidate, how much should that factor into the decision to charge him?
Well, I wouldn't dare tell the Department of Justice what to do. As a former prosecutor, I will tell you, I am not in the business of telling a prosecutor what to do with their case, because they know best the facts and the evidence as applied to the law.
That is Chuck Todd implying that at least some deference should be given to Donald Trump to not charge him for crimes that we all know he did at this point, simply because he was at one point president and he might eventually run again. Neither of those things have anything to do with the law, but Chuck Todd implies that you should probably back off a little bit. Anyway, she was very clear saying they'll do what they're going to do. He wasn't happy with that, so he decided to double down. Take a look at this.
What do you say to the argument that it would be too divisive for the country to prosecute a former president?
I think that our country is a country that has gone through different periods of time where the unthinkable has happened, and where there has been a call for justice, and justice has been served. And I think that's potentially going to always be the case in our country, that people are going to demand justice, and they rightly do.
So again, what about the argument that I'm not going to lay on any individual person? I'm just going to imply that it's out there, and I'm going to structure my interview around the idea that you guys should be really worried about what you do. Trump shouldn't be worried. His side shouldn't be worried. His defenders shouldn't be worried about the fact that he clearly committed many crimes knowingly and then tried to cover it up. They shouldn't be worried. They're fine. You all should be worried about how divisive you might be. Francesca, what do you make of that?
I mean, I feel like mainstream media is going to mainstream media. They're going to ask that question no matter what. But I'm more disappointed in the response. I just want Kamala unleashed. I really do. And like, I understand that maybe Kamala unleashed is not someone that we agree with politically, but at least stylistically, you know, I'm remembering her in the Brett Kavanaugh hearings, like just having a little bit of conviction, a little bit of leadership. You can see just how short of a leash she's kept on by her responses. And it's like, no, I don't think it's partisan. And also, we don't have anything to do. We didn't even know this raid was going to be conducted. We're not telling Merrick Garland what to do. And anyone who thinks that needs to get them out of their heads. Maybe that happened under our former president, our predecessors, when they controlled the DOJ, and William Barr and everyone else who came after and before him did what the president told him to do. But we don't do that because we believe in separation of powers, and the judicial system operates outside of that. Like, come on, baby. Like, I just gave it to you.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of she's trying not to, stir the waters, I guess. If she was willing to stir the waters, if she was willing to go, I don't know what her name would be, Dark Kamala or something like that, then she could easily say, would you not say that it would be divisive to knowingly let a criminal get away with the crimes that he committed just because you're worried about upsetting people? Or
absolutely.
Or how about this? Get more specific. Say, Chuck, interesting idea. Let's dive into this hypothetical. Okay, too divisive because he stole documents. What other crimes should he be allowed to get away with just by saying that he might someday run?
Yes.
Should he, like a petty burglary? Should he be able to do home invasion? Would that be too divisive? What if he were to beat someone? What if he were to kill someone?
Yeah.
What if he were to ride a nuclear bomb out of the back of a plane? At what point does actually upholding the law trump divisiveness?
Yes.
Please, Chuck Todd, since you're the expert and you apparently have your ear to the ground and you're listening to what the American people think, when do laws exist and when do they not? Where would you like to draw the line? It would have been amazing. It would have been her finest moment if she had turned on him in that way. But of course, she's not going to do that. And for that, I don't even think it has to be a thing where she's being reined in. I don't think that she would do that. Maybe on a debate stage, if she was feeling a little bit desperate, she can hit like Joe Biden pretty hard at a debate stage. But Chuck Todd, they're just not going to do it. And it would be so easy.
I mean, it's so easy. And it's especially now where you're like, don't you see that Biden is kind of like hitting him a little harder, right? He's mocking Republicans openly. Then he obviously caveats that, but it's like, this is the moment We're living in a media sphere. Just like give us that soundbite, give us that clip. Let us know that you're not asleep at the wheel and that you absolutely understand that this is not a tomato, crimes this, crimes that. I mean, John, I wish that the vice president watched this show.
That would be great. We should tweet at her.